This week, there have been a lot of developments. Dogecoin creator Jackson Palmer attacked the entire crypto ecosphere with long Twitter threads and a lot more. Let's find out what happened in today's episode. Hello and welcome back. I'm your host Kushagra and you are listening to Satoshi Saturdays. Bitcoin is in danger of suffering its worst weekly close in almost 2 months. Data from Bybit.com shows that Bitcoin has fallen by 8.61% so far this week. If Bitcoin's price slides any further from the current level of $31,453, the asset will be on course for its toughest week since May, when it fell by 25.42% in 7 days. Low trading volumes are dominating the picture at present, indicating that there isn't much confidence of a bullish revival in the short term. There have been concerns about the impact that the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust could have on the prices. Investors are subject to a 6-month lockup period when they buy shares in GBTC. There was a flurry of interest back in January as Bitcoin's prices surged, and now there are fears that these investors may opt to exit their positions. While JP Morgan has previously said that the end of restriction on GBTC shares tends to cause downward pressure on Bitcoin prices, Kraken Intelligence sees things differently. It pointed out that shares worth about 40,000 Bitcoin are due to unlock this month, and said it appears the unlock won't likely have an immediate or material impact on spot prices. The co-founder of Dogecoin launched a blistering attack on cryptocurrency sector. Jackson Palmer had invented the cryptocurrency as a joke in 2013 but gave away or sold all of his holdings in just 2 years later because the community made him uncomfortable. In a brutal Twitter thread, Palmer said that he had no plan to return to digital asset space, writing, quote, "I believe that cryptocurrency is an inherently right-wing, hyper-capitalistic technology built primarily to amplify the wealth of its proponents through a combination of tax avoidance, diminished regulatory oversight, and artificially enforced scarcity." End of quote. Palmer also rejected the arguments that the crypto world is decentralized and claimed the industry is, quote, "controlled by a powerful cartel of wealthy figures who, with time, have evolved to incorporate with many of the same institutions tied to the existing centralized financial system they have supposedly set out to replace." End of quote. He went on to allege that shady businesses, bought influencers, and pay-for-play media outlets have perpetuated a cult-like get-rich-quick funnel designed to extract new money from the financially desperate and naive. He went on to say that even the most modest critique of cryptocurrency result in smears, quote, "from the most powerful figures in control of the industry and the ire of retail investors who they have sold false promises of one day being a billionaire." As a result, Palmer said that he no longer makes an effort to talk publicly about crypto because many are unwilling to engage in a grounded discussion. Unsurprisingly, replies to his lengthy Twitter threads were turned off. Reaction to Jackson Palmer's blistering attack on the crypto sector has been coming in thick and fast. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong is among those who have offered a rebuttal. He explained that free markets can be messy but added, quote, "history shows that they lead to better outcomes for everyone, even the poorest 10%, end of quote. He also grounded that while accredited investor laws were created with the best of intentions to ensure that consumers were protected from scams, they have, quote, "often made it illegal to get rich via investments unless you are already rich," end of quote. The singer-songwriter Evan Greer also weighed on Palmer's thread, while acknowledging that crypto bro scams and BS can be found in the industry. She said, quote, "Decentralization is our best bet for having a future internet that's not based on surveillance capitalism and where people have basic rights. End of quote. Greer also pointed out that this viewpoint is, quote, dunking on the potential to have a Spotify owned by artists or uncensorable private Twitter with no Jack Dorsey. End of quote. She added, quote, I am far from a starry-eyed cryptocurrency sycophant, but I think it's dangerous and wrong to mindlessly pile on a technology that is still in its infancy at a moment when big tech, big banks, and various governments would absolutely love to either destroy it or co-opt it. End of quote. Palmer's critique of crypto may have had an impact on Dogecoin, which is one of the worst performing coins among the top 10 by market cap this week. Doge is down 4.2% over the past 24 hours and 18% over the past week. The price has come perilously close to 90-day low of 16 cents as a result. In other things that happened this week, China yet again banned crypto mining, this time in the Anhui province. PayPal has announced that it will now allow US customers to buy up to $100,000 in crypto per week. That's a substantial increase from $20,000 a week limit that had been enforced since the platform's crypto service launched last October. Announcing the change, PayPal executive Jose Fernandez da Ponte said, these changes will enable our customers to have more choice and flexibility in purchasing cryptocurrency on our platform. Next up, Square CEO Jack Dorsey has announced that a new business is being created that has, quote, sole goal of making it easy to create non-custodial, permissionless, and decentralized financial services, end of quote, and that its primary focus will be Bitcoin. Dorsey is a big Bitcoin enthusiast. Square is also planning to develop a hardware wallet that will allow people to store their crypto away from an internet connection. He has previously said that he is determined to ensure that greater number of financial institutions embrace Bitcoin, and is also involved in efforts to ensure that Bitcoin's blockchain can become more environmentally friendly. Thank you for listening all the way to the end of this podcast. You can leave your feedback and questions by tweeting to me at my Twitter handle @SaturdaySatoshi, or you can leave a voice note at the link provided in the description. I will try my best to answer your questions and include them in the next episode, and your feedback is much appreciated. Remember, of all the things that I do, financial advice is not one of them. To get financial advice, contact your financial advisor. Let's meet next Saturday with another episode of Satoshi Saturdays. Signing out.